Hi everybody, today we're working on a i10 Hyundai 2011, and as you can see here the airbag has deployed and we will replace this airbag. To do this we're gonna unscrew these bolts here, one here and one on the other side. As you can see there are two Torx 40, so you need the Torx 40 for that. And before starting any work on airbag systems, even though it's deployed, it is a good idea to disconnect the battery always. So we'll take the bolts now and we'll go from there. So now with the bolts removed, these are the bolts, we're gonna just gently pull it out. Alright, like that. Try not to pull out too much so you don't extend the cable from there too much and break the wiring, because you're going to want to reuse that. Right, now to remove the connector here, you have this yellow tab here. If you can do it with your nails like I do now, you're gonna lift this up and then you're gonna lift the whole connector up, and don't forget to disconnect the ground from here. So I'm gonna need two hands for this, so I'm gonna pause the video a bit. Okay, so as you can see the clip is broken because I haven't paid attention. As you can see here on the side, it's all melted. So most likely when this airbag blew off, it melted all around it. So I'm gonna need a brand new connector and with the spiral, which I already got here. I'm gonna show you. As you can see, this is the connector, which you can't separate it from the actual spiral, so you have to get all this and this in the same time. These are second-hand units and they should do the job just fine. So yeah, this is how you do it. So now I'm gonna cut this wire from here. I'm gonna remove this connector out of here. I'll take the steering wheel off and I'll take all the cowlings off, and I'll show you how to take that off. Okay, now the airbag is out of the way. I've cut the wire from here. Now we're gonna take off this nut here using a 19mm socket. Since I'm alone, I'm gonna have to block the steering wheel like this so I can undo it. And before removing the steering wheel, I don't know if this one has a master spline or not, so we're gonna have to check that first. So for now we'll take that nut off. Okay, so now the nut is removed. I've taken the wheel, and as you can see in there, if you look carefully, try to focus a bit, there is no master spline, so they're only equal splines, which means we're gonna have to mark the position of the steering wheel. Okay, so as you can see there, to mark the position of the steering wheel, because it doesn't have a master spline, I have punched a little dot here. If I'm going to look on from top, you can see it matches the center and the dot on the steering wheel. So now I can easily remove the steering wheel and I know how to put it back. Okay, now we have to remove this cowling. I'm going to take off these two bolts here, and there's another one right here. So I'll take those three out and then I'll take the cowling off. Okay, so now with the bolts removed, I'm going to use a knife. I'm going to go nicely between these two. And I'm going to insert as much as I can. I'm just going to easily twist. Go on the other side. And do the same. And that's going to be the top part. And then I'm going to take the key out. I'm going to lift this lever a bit down like this. And then this is out too. So now I've got access to our spiral. Okay, so to take this off, we're gonna have to disconnect the airbag connector and the other connector, the white one. The white one, it has a pin. Just push that upwards and just comes out very easy. The airbag has a security clip, so this one here, sorry, this one needs to come down, so you just pull it down like this. It is a spring loaded, as you can see, and then you press the little tab there and just slide it back. Alright, and now that it's all disconnected, you're gonna find on this side here, I'm gonna use my screwdriver, there is a pin here and one also here, which you're just gonna pull it downwards, and there is a metallic one here on top. You're just gonna flip it. So I'm gonna show you on this one, then I'm gonna like this and then like this. So it's easier to start with the top one with the metallic clip, because it has a lip there, it goes against this piece of metal, and then you just pull it out, and that's about it. Okay, next step, we're gonna put the other one, and I'll show you how to put it. Okay, now we're gonna fit this by just pressing it in. Make sure that all the clips are secured on both sides and on top. And then, this not being new, you don't know which position is, and if you put in the wrong position, when you're gonna turn the wheel, you're gonna break the cable inside. So to avoid that, you have to do the following. So you want to go all the way to the left or the right, your choice, until you're gonna feel resistance. That should be about 2 turns. So once it stops here, you can see it doesn't want to go anymore. So don't force it. Just go back on the top and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's about it. So you've got 4 turns, 4 full turns. So you're gonna go back on the top and start counting. 1, 2. And now you know you are in the half. Before putting this all this back together, take it out. You should do that. You should do that before putting this on anyway, and count your turns with the steering wheel. In this case, it's 1 turn and a half. So I've got 2 full turns left and right. So I know this will be safe to put back on. Right. So now we're gonna put back the cowlings. We're gonna put back the connectors, and then we're gonna put back the steering wheel, and then we're gonna put back everything else. Okay, and we'll start with the airbag connector. I'm gonna plug it in, continue the click, make sure it's all in, then clip this one in, then you're gonna fit this on again, make sure it's all the way in. Alright, we know this is the center. This is also secure. We'll make sure this is secure. Okay, and now we're gonna fit the cowlings. Okay, so I put the cowling back in, I put the bolts in. Now we're gonna put the steering wheel. We're gonna go like that, and remember your marks. Try to put in the same position, otherwise you're gonna have the steering wheel like that. So anyway, just in case you miss it, you can drive the car and then take this one again out, but ideally it's not to do that too much. All right, cool. So that's in the right position. I'm gonna put the grubber washer, then the bolts, and I'm gonna tighten. Okay. So I put now the steering wheel is in place. I put this in a bit. I'm gonna turn it until it's gonna lock itself. That's it. And then I can use my ratchet to tighten, give it a good tight. A piece of advice: don't use the gun on the steering bolt, your impact gun, because I've seen cases, never happened to me, but I wouldn't try to find out. The steering column, it's electric and has a torque sensor and an angle sensor, and they can be affected by the vibrations. So it's just my advice to you. Okay, so now I've tightened the bolt, I've turned the wheel, and now I'm gonna fit this one back in. To fit it, make sure you've got this little tab lifted, and let me see if I can do it with one hand. This will only go in one position only. So as you can see, it has a little tab here. It's gonna go in this little hole there, so it's going to be the other way around. And also there is this cable holder here, which tells you this is going to be like that. So push the black part first until it locks in place, then press this one in, and now we know it's properly connected. Now I'm gonna use a screwdriver. I'm gonna undo this clip and I'm gonna put the cable in there. Okay, so this clip here, we just has the and just and that's about it. And then you can take the cable, put it in there, and give it back in. Okay. Okay, so now make sure you don't forget the ground. This is used for in this model, it's just for the horn and nothing else. And also it will create a ground around the airbag. So make that click in there and turn it around. So I'm gonna put this wire in the connector too, just to be on the safe side. Just like this. Okay. Now we're just gonna gently flip it. Make sure the cable doesn't catch anything. And just gently, it's gonna go in. I need 2 hands for this. Alright, and to show you exactly where see those 2 pins, one here and one here. There's a little hole there on that side there, one the other. So when you put it in, you have to make sure it to be in those holes. It doesn't catch on either of the edge. It's a bit difficult to see with telephone, but and there you go. Now it's all nice in. If you press it, you can feel the springs from the horn working, so that's good. But now we're gonna fit the bolts, one there and one right there. Okay, so I put the bolts back in. One there, one there. And okay, so this is how you replace your airbag. This is, you've just seen how to take the steering wheel off, how to take the cowlings off, and everything else. So okay guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next video.